Hi guys, welcome back. I hope that you are going to enjoy today's video. I do want to share my top 7 favourite plants. I'm looking to my right because the first one I'm going to show you is a plant that I recently bought. It's the elephant in the room, right? Look how huge this plant is. So if you don't know, this is Nanthurium clarinervium, and it actually came, I bought this plant. This plant was in the store that I work for the longest time. We reduced it right down to £40. No one was taking it. It was very strange. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this girl. And it was massive. It came in a huge pot, and there were at least, well, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 plants behind me and this one. So there were like 4, so it had pupped and basically produced a huge, I mean, the plant was massive. I can't keep all of it. So this is the part that I'm going to keep. Let me just show you. I mean, look, there is damage, obviously, which is why it was reduced. But she's going to grow new leaves. I mean, look at those leaves. Those are gorgeous and they are huge. Huge love hearts. That's my fridge. I'm going to go and switch it off. Okay, so I'm just going to move this guy back a bit. Otherwise, I'll keep whacking into it. I'm going to show you the other one. So, yeah, I have these 2 big babies. In fact, maybe I'll take the camera off actually because that'll be easier. Let's do that. So here is the rest of the plant which I divided, and it's a shame that I didn't do the video of when I divided this plant, but it was absolute mayhem. I actually did it at work. I separated the plant at work, I took all the substrate off and I brought them back home with their bare roots and yeah, I just potted them up basically. So I cut up some water bottles. Here's the one that I'm keeping. Yeah, so I cut up some water bottles and I've made those into kind of pots. I did have quite a few fluorescents, and there's probably 1 or 2 leaves that I chopped off of this one. This is the one I'm keeping. And then these guys over here, both these 2 either side of the one in the center, I'm actually going to put up for sale. I have actually put them up for sale and I've sold one. And she will be coming to collect it this evening, although I don't know, there's been quite a bit of back and forth, so maybe it will still be here, who knows. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I can see that one of them is getting ready to push out a new leaf already. I can't see anything on that. Oh, no. Am I? Oh my goodness, no, look, there. I think that's a new growth as well. Oh my gosh, I think that is. Oh, we cannot, are we not zooming in? We're not. Anyway, I do believe that is one that I cut off, but the one behind looks like a new growth, so that's exciting. And then there's this little baby in the center, which is just 1 leaf. Oh, let me just pull her out. With her little head cocked to one side, absolutely gorgeous. Now this one I am going to be putting up for a giveaway. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to kind of find a winner. So if you have any suggestions of what kind of competition I can do for this plant, because I really haven't thought it through. But anyway, this is the plant. And as you can see, there's a brand new leaf that has just popped out. If I put my hand there, maybe we'll get a better look. I can see there's like some sort of weird spot there, but hopefully that won't create too much of a hole. I might actually spray this with, like, just give it a mist with some water. Or actually I do have a fertilizer that I could mist over it. I don't know if that's a good idea. But anyway, yeah, this is the first plant I want to show you, and I am absolutely made up. I'm just so happy. Now, I wouldn't normally put a brand new plant in my, you know, favorites, because generally I like to see that they're going to survive in my home for at least 3 months before showing them off. But I couldn't resist this one, since I'm going to be giving this little baby away to one of you guys. Maybe by the time I get to the end of this video, I will think of some sort of little competition that I can, you know, select a winner for this huge Clarinervium. Look at the side of this leaf. There is some damage, but it'll be interesting to see how big this one's going to size up. I did put them all in a chunky aeroid mix, and they were actually in pon, in a self-watering pot. But yeah, I just decided I'm going to try out soil on them. Anyway, let's move on to the second plant, which is over here. And it is my Moranta. Oh, that's my original Clarinervium, which is also pushing out a leaf. This plant, for some reason, always wants to look down at the floor. I put some orchid sticks in to kind of encourage it to face upward. And I do have some weird kind of, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that next leaf is looking very cute. But anyway, yeah, we're talking now about this guy. Let's just wiggle her a bit closer. So I rescued this plant about 3 or 4 months ago. Another plant that I found in the store. We've got like a sales section at the back, and it was there for long enough. And I thought, right, you know what, I'm just going to nab that. And I got it half price, which is fabulous. And yeah, it's been pushing out loads of new leaves. As you can see, got 3. There's another one there. And it's one of my favourite Morantas. I absolutely love the design on the leaf. I mean, you can see that she was clearly struggling. I don't know. I mean, this plant has produced so many new leaves since it's been here. But yeah, it kind of came with a couple of leaves like this, and like the lower ones you can see have more damage on them. But surprisingly, I've managed to keep this one well watered, and for that reason I haven't been getting brown tips on the new leaves. Fingers crossed I keep that habit up. I really, really want to be successful with this one. I did have a Moranta before, and she was absolutely gorgeous. And I had this plant, I grew it to quite the size, but I was at a stage where I probably only had about 20 plants at that time. And when you have just 20 plants, well, for me, it was easier to have moisture loving plants. But then as soon as I hit the kind of 50s and 60s, I kind of directed my passion towards drought tolerant plants, because it was just more tolerable for me and for the plants. Yeah, so I've not really had many kind of plants that need a lot of moisture, basically. Yeah, so that's number 2. And I guess I could go into watering with this guy. To be honest, I'm the kind of person that just likes to pick up a plant and see how heavy it feels. I watered this about 2 days ago, and I can still feel she's got a full tank. And then I'll pretty much wait until it feels light again. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of looking at this plant pretty much I am looking at this plant every day, because it's absolutely gorgeous, and that's why it has hit the top 7 of the month. Yeah, that's why she's on the list. And that's my stomach. Yeah, I'm gonna have some lunch at some stage. But yeah, besides that, she kind of lives down here. And in the morning, the sunlight just drifts across this area. All these plants love the morning light. And it looks pretty harsh, but it's morning light, and so it's not. That's all I can say. No, they just seem to really love it. And I'm just hoping that, yeah, she gets nice and big like my last one. Oh, my very first Moranta just, oh, was a beast. If you want to check it out, it's on Instagram somewhere, you know, somewhere there on my Instagram page. Okay, let's go and check out the next 5 plants. The next plant I want to show you is my Philodendron Splendid, and I'm sure this plant makes the list pretty much every time I do one of these. Top favourites, my Philodendron Splendid makes the top 7, and you can see why. Look at that new leaf. Oh my goodness. So I've chopped this plant several times. Actually, this was a top cut. The first 3 leaves, sorry, the bottom 3 leaves. So, oh, I left my dumbbell out. Let me put it that way. Can you believe I actually got up and did some exercise? Anyway, yeah. So this leaf, and this leaf, I cut from the mother plant. And the mother plant I actually recently gave to a friend of mine. And then straight away, this leaf came out, which is, I think, sized up. It's just more narrow, isn't it? It's really slender. And then from there, we went, boom. Check that out. Oh, that leaf is just everything. So gorgeous. Next was this one. So it's getting wider again, which is gorgeous, looking much more heart-shaped. And these, you must bear in mind, were grown in the winter. And then this one has literally just unfurled, so it's probably still sizing up. You can still see with the colour. Let me just get up a little bit. Yeah, with the colour, you can kind of see that it's pretty fresh. And then straight off the back of that one came this one, and something quite mysterious here on the side of it. Don't know what that is. I've got a weird feeling it might be a flower, like a fluorescent. Can't really get in there. How can I get in there without messing with the leaf? But yeah, have you seen one of those on your plants before? Or on any of your philodendrons? Have you seen anything like that? Do let me know, put that in the comments down below, because I'm intrigued. And also, what would I do with the flower? It's very exciting. Anyway, moving on. So that was my 3rd. The 4th will be my Crimson Queen, which has just bloomed. Well, actually the bloom popped out about 2 or 3 days ago, and I can kind of tell it's on its way out. I don't want to mess with it too much, but check out that flower. Look how big it is. So pretty. Oh my goodness. She's adorable. And then you can see that there's one in the bag. So when one falls, I'll have another one. I do have quite a few more peduncles. Like I've got another one there. Yeah, they're kind of like, what is this thing that I can never find them all, but anyway, there's some others in there, so hopefully those will all kick off pretty soon. But I know this is, you know, when it comes to Hoyas, it's a basic Hoya, but I don't know if I would ever get rid of this Hoya because it's so giving. And look at that shocking pink leaf, which will then turn to a pure white. It's just a really gorgeous plant, and it blooms a lot. There's not a scent coming from that plant, but she's just fabulous to look at. I love that pink with the, what would that be, like scarlet or a mauve in the center. Super pretty, very easy to take care of. If you don't have a Hoya, so I would highly suggest getting this one because it's, I don't know, I think it's probably a really easy plant to get to bloom. So yeah, I think a great first time Hoya and an all-timer for me. Well, so far, I haven't got rid of it. Let's move on to number 5, I think it is. Oh my God, are we at 5 already? So we're not having to move very far. We're going to check out my Monstera Elbow, which I've now had, how long have I had this plant actually? About 3 months. Yeah, about 3 or 4 months. And it's a beast, it's huge. These leaves obviously did not grow here. Look how massive they are. And they had the double fenestration, which is stunning. Oh, it feels a little limp. I might have to water this guy. But I'm loving the fact that the white has stayed fairly white. I do have some areas of browning. I saw some somewhere yesterday. Where was it? Oh, down here. So that, I mean, I'm guessing is a humidity thing. I have also been told that if I use silica in the watering, that can help prevent that brown spotting. You can see the other one. The other little brown spots there as well. It's such a shame because that leaf is gorgeous with the mintiness. You've got like several different hues of green on that leaf. But yeah, a bit of Hoya on that one. This was already ripped like that, but I just left it. And yeah, we've got a little bit of browning, but nothing crazy, actually. Looking pretty good still. I have had 2 leaves now that have grown in my care. Well, can I count this leaf? Actually, yes, I can count this leaf. Okay, let's see if I can find it first. Hang on. So this one, as I just bought it, it had unfurled. And it was actually looking a lot smaller than it is now. So, or maybe I've just gotten used to it. But absolutely gorgeous. Look at the white on that. Really stunning. And then this one came out in my care, which is also sized up a bit, but we don't have that double fenestration, but it's not completely immature, which is great. I mean, when you compare the size of that leaf to a clear summer leaf, I mean, that's a winter leaf. So hopefully in the summer, we'll start getting back that double fenestration. And then this little guy, which I'm not going to touch because she's still very soft. Am I going to touch her? Yeah, I am. Look. Oh my gosh, she's so soft. But oh, it's gonna look so cute. She is gonna be a really stunning leaf. Once the green starts getting deeper in colour, the white will then pop out a lot more. But yeah, we've got some nice mottling going on there. Very stable plant so far. Very happy. It just kind of lives here. It's getting the best of absolutely everything. We've got plant lights above, which will always remain on even in the summer because of my Hoyas. And then we've got the southeast facing window. So this one gets very spoiled. And the southwest facing window also, the light from there passes over this plant several times in the day. Unfortunately today we've got a really gloomy grey day, but yeah, that is number, what are we on? 5. Number 5. Number 6 is my Monstera Thai constellation, and oh my gosh, this plant, look at it. I mean, this corner here is jungle vibes, right? I'm absolutely loving this corner, and I actually don't want to put many more plants on the floor. I like just the 2 of them being a statement over here, and then the Hoyas above. I might actually move the Hoyas at some stage into some sort of, other situation. I still need to think that through. I'd like actually just to kind of keep the wall bare above the plants, because obviously they're going to grow up, they're going to get taller. But with this one, I've also been quite successful. I've had one new leaf. Now this plant is kind of known for being a slow grower, but this is the leaf that grew in my care, and we have the double fenestration, and we've got some gorgeous splashing, like looking at the sky at night. Stunning, stunning plant. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, she's, oh gosh, look at that leaf. The size of it, it's definitely sized up, and that was in the winter. So I've had this one longer, obviously, than the elbow. Well, not obviously. Yeah, I've had this one longer. I've had this one easily 5-6 months, I would say. Maybe longer, actually. I don't know. I'll put the timing up. Yeah, I sprayed, when I first got this plant, it was on sale again in my store. We had a bit of a pest infestation. When these guys arrived, I think it was these plants, and there was another batch of plants, all on the same delivery, came with spider mite. And so in the store I was treating them for spider mite, but it was quite difficult because you know, with such an expensive plant, we kind of keep them in an area altogether, and then it was just kind of like, you know, it just all kind of kicked off. But anyway, so I ended up reducing all of those plants and snapped one for myself. I got it half price. Once we put plants with reduced plants in the store, obviously the staff can buy them as well, and they will be getting the same, they don't get any more off, so you're paying the same sale price as a customer would, which I think is fair, since we do get obviously our staff discount on like full valued plants. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but anyway, I did lose a leaf, and I can see that there's another one. The very first leaf that ever grew is on its way out. So, I mean, that's not unusual. But the leaf that I did lose was the one that would have come after this one. So I could actually cut the plant. It's going to be hard to, I'll put a little arrow in actually. I could cut the plant kind of there-ish and just grow a whole new plant, because I have seen an activation, what do they call them? Like a node, like an active point. Oh, it's very hard to get in there. She's so big. But yeah, maybe one day I will build up the courage to do that, and I will take you along that journey with me. Okay, now the last plant, it was actually really difficult choosing like just 7. It was really difficult, and even right now I'm finding it very difficult to move on to the next one. It's kind of cheating, but I'm kind of stuck between my Streptocarpus. I think I'm going to do the Streptocarpus. I was going to show you an Echeveria, but I don't know. I do look at this plant all the time, and now I have 2 of them. So I don't know if you saw my video on the Streptocarpus. I've got 2, but the most recent one, I actually propagated this plant. So you can see like there's quite a few plants in there. I think there's about, let's have a look. One. There's one there. There's 2. I think there's 2 in there. Sorry, I don't know why I shouted that out. But yeah, I think there's 2 plants in there. When I first took the pup away, we did get like a little bit of a hissy fit. Mummy wasn't quite ready maybe to be separated, and also it was the middle of the winter. But yeah, so we do have a little bit of, you know, unhappiness, but she bounced back and she has been kicking it. Oh my gosh, look, so fluffy, super fluffy. Oh my gosh, I love this plant so much. I don't know why not many people have this plant. I feel everybody should have one of these plants. I mean, look at the pattern on that. So yeah, Streptocarpus dryas, also known as the pretty turtle. Actually, this plant's got many names. So if you watch the video that I did prior, I kind of went through that whole saga of when suddenly a plant is renamed and then there's like all this confusion and stuff. But yeah, have a look at the pub. Now, if you watch that video, you would have seen like this pub. This has definitely grown. This is, I mean, this thing has exploded. I can't even tell you what part was the original bit anymore because it's definitely split. I don't know. It's just, it's almost as big as the mother plant, isn't it? It's really, it's amazing. And let me just show you its root system. So yeah, when I took the pap off, it barely had any roots. It was very worrying. I used Great White, my good old faithful. Love that stuff. Highly suggest you get some. But, oh, let me just, why can't I get any light on this thing? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, there. Look, oh, all those roots, all the way down. Beautiful, healthy root system. And watering, I, again, don't really go on a time thing. With particular plants, I don't really have like a schedule per se. I just react to the plant. Because obviously it's a plant that I'm obsessed with and I'm looking at all the time, I'm kind of reading what it's trying to tell me. So you'll definitely, well, if you are looking at it on a daily basis like I am, then you'll notice that it'll just look a little bit droopy. I'm now at a stage with this plant where I'll catch it before it starts looking droopy. Like there's a clear difference between, I mean, when you touch the leaf, it's so tough and it's so hard and bouncy, but also puffy and bouncy. Very hard to explain, I guess, but oh, and the fluff is just touch. I try not to touch it too much. It's so fluffy. Oh, she's so fluffy. A little bit dirty as well. You might have to just give it a little, you know, maybe this, yeah. So that is going to be number 7. Yeah, I believe that she deserves to be number 7. I will show you my Echeveria one other time, or I might just put her on Instagram because she's also quite impressive, but I do feel that these two are a clear winner for, yeah, for number 7. So those are all 7 of my top favourite plants. I most definitely look at those plants every single day. I'm like checking them for pests. They're the ones that definitely get pampered the most. And yeah, let's have another look at my Chloe. I haven't actually come to any sort of decision. I was hoping that I would have thought of something by now of how I can get this to one of you guys. Now, clearly, I don't know, it would be nice to do a giveaway where it's kind of more inclusive with all of my subscribers. And, oh, actually, what am I saying? I did think of something because it was kind of almost a suggestion from YouTube because obviously I kind of, now that I'm monetized thanks to you guys, yeah, I was recently monetized, so I'm still kind of I'm getting suggestions from YouTube. Like they try and help you, obviously, like grow, and they help you like along your journey kind of thing. And they also make it really fun. Like um, they'll send a video of like kind of cuts from all your videos or like what you've done that month, and then they'll do like a little quiz so you can kind of work out, oh, which one did better than the other one. Like it's all like, you know, kind of getting you to think in a certain way, which I appreciate it. Anyway, so they have suggested quite a few times to do a members. YouTube has like a members club, and I have had a look at it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think what I'd like to do is like a members club. I'm just going to do the first level, which will be like £3 a month, like a coffee a month kind of thing. And on that, it will be, I post my videos every Sunday, but I actually upload them on Fridays, which is tomorrow. Yeah, so I upload them on Fridays. So YouTube suggested that because I do that my members would get to see the videos earlier than, you know, my other subscribers. But I can also once a month do a giveaway, and I think if the group is smaller, then it'll be kind of easier and more fair for me to select someone to win the giveaway. And I'll just make sure that the giveaways are for both UK based people and everyone else in the world. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Any suggestions on what I should call my first members club? I was thinking just little wild ones, because you know that's the whole thing here. I do tend to draw people towards me that have a little wildness about them, so maybe I'll call them little wild babies or little wild ones or something like that. Anyway, definitely need your suggestions on this, because the sooner I get it going, the better. But it's, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's here. You'll get to see it before everything else happens. I recently cut my hair. I'm like still like messing about with it. I really wanted it to be like kind of a short bob type thing, but I cut it myself. Like I literally got it in a band and I just... So I'm going to go to the hairdressers. I'm hoping that she can fit me in today, and I'm hoping that she can like just cut it just a bit shorter like there. But yeah, so that's why I keep playing with my hair. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you did enjoy the video. Please do let me know what you think of my top favourites. Now, I know some of those plants, I probably do put them in my top favourites all the time, and that might get a little bit boring, but I'm staying true to my heart. These are the plants that I look at every single day, and maybe more than once or twice or thrice a day. Seriously, like I look at them a lot. So yeah, it is what it is, right? Let me know what your favourites are. Do you share any of the same favourites? And yeah, if you did enjoy the video, do give me a thumbs up. It does help me greatly because I am still growing. And yeah, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and do that. I do know that actually, I think it was something like 65% of my viewers are returning but not subscribing, so don't be shy. Just hit that subscribe button, say hi. I will say hi back. And yeah, I'm going to see you here again next Sunday. Until then, have a fabulous week. All right, bye.